Very few things are as hyped up than the AI revolution. We fight over whether AI is going to save us or ruin us, and much of our predictions are targeting the future. But when it comes to AI's application to body language, the future is already here, just not widely distributed, but still here. How do computers read body language? The short answer? There's no short answer. Getting computers to understand human body language is no simple task. I'm going to break it down into steps. 1. Key point direction. First, the computer needs to see, so it needs a camera. Easy because there are more cameras on this planet than people. The thing is, a computer doesn't see the way we do. It only gets a stream of data from the camera, so software first has to recognize the shape of a human body. It then maps out key points of our anatomy. People had to teach a computer what a knee looks like, then a shoulder and an elbow, and lots of different lighting conditions and lots of different body types. They then had to do this with a face. You can see how Google's AI mapped out a face here. This lets the computer turn something from the physical world into math. Here's a simple data return from the picture above. Computers love math. They understand it and they need it. So now the computer has a map of each part of our body that it can understand. 2. Key points together make a body. The computer then puts all these key elements together and forms a body. Notice that there are extra coordinates in 2 areas, the hands and the face. We communicate a huge amount of information via facial expressions and hand gestures. So the computer is looking even closer at these 2 areas so it can get the full picture. 3. Now we infer emotions from the shapes. Ascribing emotions or intent into body language and facial expressions is literally in our genes, so it comes pretty easy, but computers have no clue. This is where machine learning models come into play. In simple terms, computers see a ton of examples of given kind of body language, then are told what the body language means, and over time, many examples later, they can identify the same or similar stance with emotion. And finally, 4. Infer activities from context. This is where the magic happens. Understanding gestures is one achievement, but acting on them is an additional layer of information to be visible. If you are a self-driving car approaching a crosswalk and see a hand held out in front of you, you can infer that the human wants you to stop because they want to cross the street. A car just read your body language. Welcome to the future. This shows the importance of showing the right type of emotion in your profile picture, especially in business. Google's Vision API now has AI assistants to help you sort out emotions on profile photos, or any photos for that matter. Going back to the previous example, you can see how precisely Google has mapped the key points of the face. This can help interpret emotions. In fact, if you inspect the code further, you may be surprised to see the name of your family members' names or yourself in the code. Google has tracked down who you are. Words are also important factors. You can use Google's Natural Language API, also link in the description, and help us look behind the words we use on a regular basis to see if we're inadvertently priming for unintentional emotion. Here's an example of sample text being run through the API. And now here's what Google thinks about each section. You can see how parts of that statement were giving a negative connotation, while others were positive and some even neutral. You may want to check your own LinkedIn bio, Twitter profile, or any other biography about yourself or your business. Hopefully, you now have a better idea about how computers have evolved to read human body language, as well as the applications that are already in place. Thank you for watching this video. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already to enjoy more videos like this from the Success Bistro.